Satyavrata was a popular Suryavanshi king of Ayodhya. He ruled his land fairly, and when he grew old, he crowned his son Harishchandra the next ruler. Satyavrata's next desire was to retain his mortal body while ascending to the heavens. So he requested his teacher, sage Vashisht, to assist him, but they explained that it was not normal, neither acceptable to gods. They also said him that he is certain to go to heavens, but in order to reach there, he must discard his mortal body. Undeterred, Satyavrata pressurized Shakti, sage's son, to help him and even offered bribe. Shakti was angered by the crude gesture of the king, and also when sage Vashisht came to know about this, he cursed Satyavrata that he had committed three great sins, and hence from that day onwards he would be known as Trishanku and might wander in this world without any peace or aim. As Trishanku travelled through forests and kingdoms, he came across the famed sage Vishwamitra, who was also a Suryavanshi. Vishwamitra had once been a king but had given up all the association and had taken up the life of a sage. But because he had not yet conquered the sins of anger and jealousy, he had not achieved enlightenment. Vishwamitra did not like Vashisht, so when he learnt about Trishanku, he saw an opportunity to put down Vashisht and agreed to fulfill Trishanku's desire to move to the heavens with his body. Many sages tried to talk to Vishwamitra, but the sage was adamant. He used his powers obtained from his prayers to begin performing the rites. Trishanku felt his body rise and head towards the heaven and became ecstatic. When the gods above sensed an irregular occurrence, they assembled to see what was happening. If every sage began to use his powers for such a desire, then heaven would be full of humans and it would no longer remain heaven, said one of the gods. The gods agreed that something must be done. Indra took charge and began pushing Trishanku back towards the earth. Vishwamitra sensed Trishanku's body descending to the earth with his head downwards and became furious at Indra's move. He used all his powers now to push his body back up again. This constant tug caused Trishanku to get stuck in midway between the two realms and turn upside down, unable to go to the either way. With no respite in sight, Indra, alarmed by the turn of events, approached the sage. He reasoned with him that dear sage, what was he doing? He would set a precedent for all the mortals, and that would result in a conflict between the rules of heavens and earth. He wanted peace, not war in the future, so he could not allow mortals into heaven as long as they would retain in their physical form. With much difficulty, Indra managed to placate Vishwamitra, who was now in a fix. He understood the wishes of gods but could not forego his promise to Trishanku. So Vishwamitra created a new heaven for Trishanku that stood between the two realms of the heavens and the earth. Thus, the term Trishanku Swarg was coined, indicating a state in which a person is caught between his or her desires and possessions, and is neither here nor there.